we have been given I'm given a time limit for this session, a very strong time limit. So I plan to do a few songs here, but I'm going to cut all them down and just go to the. There was a Vinayaka song, Ganesha song in English, which I have, but we'll skip that one. Dear devotees, as some of you may know, that since Swami came into my life, I was, as you know, agnostic and atheist. I was a strong anti-Sai Baba. Then something happened, my life changed. And then today, I try to do Swami's work. And songs started coming to me, now more than 1,300 songs are there. But among the songs that came were songs at one time when I was going around the world, I realized that everybody was waiting, and as sister was urging people to come to join Seva, I heard us urging people to come to do Seva. And it's not a phenomenon here. I think more people come for bhajan and very few want to go do Seva, you see. Not realizing that Seva is actually the way to get the grace. Okay? You know, bhajan is just to warm the pot. Okay? Seva is the eating of the food. But everybody wants to warm the pot and not eat the food. So what can we do? So anyway, there was a song that came to me, and that song that went, which I cannot sing anymore. The song went like this. Don't cry for him when he's gone. Don't call his name when he's gone. Don't cry for him. Don't sing his name. Don't call his name when he's gone. It goes like that. But now it's already gone, so I can't sing that song anymore. You see. And then the song subsequently came a song addressed to Ganapati, what have you, asking him to cure Swami. So now we can't sing that song anymore. But after his recent Swami's passing away, and this new song came, and I want to share this song with you. Perhaps the people who are the instruments have all disappeared. Okay, perhaps they can just join me and play some instruments if they can. So I'd appreciate that. How can I love you more, dear Sai? Together. How can I love you more, dear Sai, than I have loved you before? Than I have loved you before. How can I love you more, dear Sai? Now they say you are no more. Now they say you are no more. How can I love you more, dear Sai? How can I love you more, dear Sai, than I have loved you before? Than I have loved you before. How can I love you more, dear Sai? How can I love you more, dear? Now they say you are no more. Now they say you are no more. In the breeze I will feel your gentle touch. In the breeze I will feel your gentle touch. In the stars your twinkling eyes. In the stars your twinkling eyes. In the moon I will see your gentle face. In the moon I will see your gentle face. In the sun your beaming smile. In the sun your all together. How can I love you more, dear Sai, than I have loved you before? How can I love you more, dear Sai? Now you are no more. Now they no more. Now they say you are no more. When will I see your smiling face, as we have seen before, we will see your smiling face, my Lord. We will see your face, my Lord. I will see your smiling face, my Lord. I will see your smiling face, my Lord. In my heart forever. Go back. No. In my heart forevermore. All together now. How can I love you more, dear Sai, than I have loved you before? How can I love you more, dear Sai? Now they say you are no more. In the breeze I will feel your gentle touch. In the stars your twinkling eyes. In the moon I will see your gentle face. In the sun your beaming smile. How can I love you more, dear Sai, than I have loved you before? How can I love you more, dear Sai? Now they say you are no more. When will I see your smiling face, as we have seen before? We will see your smiling face, my Lord. I will see your smiling face, my Lord. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. In my heart forevermore. How can I love you more, dear Sai, than I have loved you before? How can I love you more, dear Sai? Now they say you are no more. Sai Ram. Dear devotees, today we are in a new era of Sathya Sai. A new era where no more that we can cling to the physical form of Sai and go to Puttapati to get grace. Every one of us now must cling to the cosmic Sai. In fact, we outside India have it easier. For example, all of us have been clinging, I've been actually looking at cosmic Sai. When you sit here and sing bhajan, you're praying the cosmic Sai. In your home, you're praying the cosmic Sai. In Malaysia, everything we've done in Malaysia, all the big projects we've done, everything was just clinging to the cosmic Sai and go. For those in India, in Puttapati itself, it's been different. They wait for Swami's direction day by day. They should feel, but we will continue to cling to cosmic Sai. But today, I'm going to share with you an incredible thing that happened in my life in September this year. My last meeting with Swami. Little did I realize that was the last meeting. Go back. What should be the legacy of Sathya Sai avatar? Should Sai devotees play a role in fulfilling this legacy? This has been a burning question in my life for the last 5 years. Not just to keep his form in my mind, my pocket or altar, but to keep his message in our mind and heart and help in some way to fulfill his divine mission. The question is now, the last 3-4 years, I've been burdened with one question. Why I've been burdened, I don't know, but this is me. I've been burdened. Swami, I've asked myself, what is your legacy? In other words, what will the world know you for in the years to come? Will the world, and this is the question now that I'll raise, and we'll try to find some answers today. Go. What do you think is one of the greatest desires of the present devotees of Lord Rama, keep going, Krishna, Jesus, Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak, Prophet Muhammad? What do you think is one of the today's devotees of all these great lords, okay? What do you think is one passion they have, one desire they have in my life? Go. Let me hazard a guess, and that is this: how I wish I had been there at the time of Lord Rama. I'd have been part of his viva. How I wish I'd been there at the time of Krishna. I'd be part of the gopis or the Pandava brothers. How I wish I'd been there at the time of Jesus. I'd have been one of the disciples with the. How I wish I'd been there. How they'll be crying, you know. But dear devotees, as for Sai, I've often talked of this, but it has come faster than I expected, okay? The question is now, what will be the thought of every new devotee from today and forevermore? You know, they're thinking, how lucky. I used to say a few years ago, you know, in future the devotees will be saying, how lucky these people were, you know, who lived at the time of the Kali Yuga avatar. But dear devotees, how lucky, I was thinking to myself, 100 years from now, 200 years from now, how lucky we were to live in the time of the Kali Yuga avatar. How lucky these people were. But dear devotees, it has come. From 24th April onwards, every new devotee will be thinking now, how lucky these people were to have been born and walked at the same time of the Kali Yuga avatar. The question is, what have we made use of this opportunity? What did we make use of the opportunities that those people think, my God, these people were standing there with the fulfilling the mission and vision of the avatar? Did we come and just sing song, clap hands and go home? Or did we stand the front line like the Pandavas? Did we stand like the disciples of Jesus or the disciples of Buddha, you know, to fulfill the divine mission? This is the question now that has plagued me, and I'm trying to haunt everybody else with this question. I'm sure every human being who adored a divine being would aspire for the same. And I'm sure this will be the aspiration of every Sai devotee who wants to play a role part in the divine mission. But today, the devotee, hardly a few months after Bhagavan has left his mortal coils, people are already trying to tear down his legacy. We have heard news from India coming in now, the media and all is trying to tear down his legacy. So, dear devotees, the question is, if Sai devotees do nothing to uphold his world legacy, we will, by sheer sin of omission and inaction, be abetting these mischievous makers. Can we stand in defense of his world legacy? Not by condemning the mischief makers, but by action on the ground to fulfill his mission. Let this Baba says, don't worry about the dog howling at the moon. Neither should we worry. But what are we doing on the ground? This is the question. If we all individually and collectively can help to maintain some small way the enduring legacy of the avatar, we have made a success of all. At least I feel that if I can help in some small way to fulfill the enduring legacy of this avatar, then my life is fulfilled. The question is, how many want to be part of the enduring legacy of the Sai? Dear Sai family, reflect what should be the legacy of Sai avatar, what should be the generations of the future remember him for, and his contribution to humankind. In future generations, in next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, what should the world think of as the world legacy of Sathya Sai? Not the Indian legacy, you know, the world legacy. Go. What should be the Sai legacy for the world? Should it be the 2 super special hospitals in India? Is that legacy for the world? Should it be the university and colleges in India? Should it be the water project in India? Should it be the new few Sai schools in foreign nations? Should it be the small group of Sai devotees all over the world singing Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, and singing Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, Buddha in the little groups we have, and thinking by singing Allah, Buddha, Jesus, the whole world will become united. You know, we don't make any effort to reach out. You know, we just sit down and sing Allah, Buddha, Jesus. Saying that you are singing Allah, Buddha, Jesus, the whole world will have unity of faith in the world. The question is, what are we doing to make the songs into a reality in the world? What should be his legacy? Dear devotees, what is the legacy of Rama? What or who do we think of when we think of Rama? Who do we think of when we think of Rama? Huh? Dharma. But who do we think of? Who do we think of when we think of Rama automatically? Huh? Correct. Hanuman. Here we are. We think of Hanuman. We think of Bharata, who gave his throne. Look, Lakshmana. We think of even Vibhishana, who was the brother of Ravana. Automatically, you know. Because why? Why do you think of them? Because they were the ones who helped fulfill Rama's mission. Go. When you think of Krishna, what is the legacy of Krishna? Krishna did not leave buildings and things. Krishna's legacy was the... go back one. What is Krishna's legacy, dear devotees? He left a message to the world, and he fulfilled the message in his lifetime with the help of his followers. And likewise, what are the enduring legacy of Christ, the Buddha, Nanak, the list goes on. Dear devotees, how did the Christ message get around the world? Christ disappeared at the age of 15, 30 he came back again, 33 years he preached, then he was crucified. Only 3 years, no other God-man has preached for 3 years only, and his message became a world legacy. Why? Because of his disciples. Look at Buddha. Buddha did not go to China and Japan. How did the message of Buddha reach China and Japan? Through his disciples. Dear devotees, it is the disciples, the devotees, these great God-men and saints did not leave behind any buildings or institutions. Their legacy was their devotees. The legacy of Rama was Hanuman, legacy of Pandavas were there. All these great devotees were their legacy. They motivated them, gave the fire in them to spread the world mission. What was the enduring legacy of these devotees? The legacy of the Master was the devotees. What was the enduring legacy of these devotees? They helped fulfill the mission of the avatars and God-men. Every avatar and God-man came with a mission. But none of them actually fulfilled their full mission in their lifetime, They just ignited a fire. The devotees sent this flame around the world and became the legacy they left behind. Now look at Sathya Sai. He hasn't got 11 devotees. Buddha maybe had 15 devotees, I don't know how many he had. Baba leaves millions of devotees. Can you imagine the titanic waves that we can shake the world with the devotion and love, if we want to implement his vision and mission? They created a tectonic shift in consciousness, society and nations of their time, all these great God-men. So what should be the legacy of Sathya Sai Avatar? His greatest legacy must surely be his devotees. Inasmuch as, go brother, for Rama, it is Hanuman, from Hanuman to the squirrel. You heard the story of the squirrel, right? The squirrel story, all of you know, if not go read up the Ramayana. I have no time for this, because time is short. For Krishna, Arjuna, the Pandavas, all of us know the Pandavas, but dear devotees, more than the Pandavas, the unknown soldiers who gave their lives in the battle of Kurukshetra, whose names we do not know, they took part in the great mission of the Dwapara Yuga avatar, Krishna. Likewise, what the enduring legacy of Christ, Buddha, I've told you, the list goes on. How did the message endure? It is the work of the devotees that manifested the message. This one thing we must remember, Someone asked me, Jega, do you think what all this God requires man's help to fulfill? Yes. Without the devotees, this message of great beings, the great masters come to motivate the people to manifest the legacy. They can do himself. If Ravana, do you think Rama, if you all believe him to be the divine being there, you think Rama must come down on earth in human form to go and kill Ravana? My God, he could have sat there in Devaloka and said, okay, Ravana, heart attack, finished. Ravana is dead. What is that? Why should he come down? You think Krishna, to wipe out the Pandavas, he should not come down? He could have said, okay, plague, finish, all of us died. But he came down, why? To give the devotees a chance to take part in his mission. Krishna, in the great war of Mahabharata, Krishna did not lift a weapon. He was just a charioteer. His devotees fought the war. Now, I want to show you something. I saw a Chinese movie, Confucius. This movie moved me so much, that I want to share this with you. Dim the lights, please, for a while. Hold on. Can you dim the lights? Can someone dim the lights? Dim the lights for a while. Let me brief you what's happening here. Okay, 1 second. Let me brief you. Confucius, all of you know Confucius? Yeah. Hello, all of you know, very good. Okay, it's not that Chinese are confused, okay? The Confucius is the name of the master, okay? And what happened is, Confucius was the advisor to the emperor. Emperor's advisor. He advised the emperor so much, the emperor became famous and well rich. But what happened was, the emperor then wanted to expand his empire and wanted to conquer other people. Confucius warned against that. Empire did not want this advice anymore. He said, why are you restricting me? The empire then banished Confucius from his kingdom, from his little god thing, and from his palace, and left him. So Confucius then, with his devotees, Confucius then left the kingdom and started going around China, advising all the speaking. And like Swami's message being recorded today, Confucius devotees began to record the words of Confucius. But they recorded in wooden slabs, like India, they have all these leaves. In China, they're using the wooden slabs, okay? They write and then they put it into scrolls like the wooden slabs. Now, and all the slabs are put onto a cart as they went, to come from town to town, city to city in China. One day, Confucius getting older and older and older. He had one disciple who was a favorite disciple who really was dedicated to Confucius. And one day it was winter. In winter, the caravan of people were moving across the country, and they came to a huge lake, frozen lake. This scene now you see now is the scene of the frozen lake. And through the mist, you will see the caravan of Confucius. The role of Confucius played by this famous Chinese actor, Chow Yun-fat, okay? And this is, you'll see here slowly, and then, this is the view from under the ice. As you're walking through this over the ice, that's Confucius sitting on there with his follower. This is his main disciple, his loving disciple. That's the teachings of Confucius, the message of Confucius. As they walk along the ice, as they move along the ice, suddenly what's the sound, he asks. What's the sound? Then they realize now the ice is cracking. They've got to get across, okay? What's the sound? They're moving across now. What's that sound? And the ice is cracking. Move, 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 hurry up, hurry up. And they began to rush across, okay? But this vehicle containing couldn't take the weight. The ice weight and the vehicle. Now watch what happened now. The most moving scene I've seen in my life, okay, actually. This disciple of Confucius, okay, who could have easily got out and escaped. All of them came out and said, come on, hurry up, get out of the ice, get out of the ice. Where are you? Come out, come out. He refused to come out. He dived and went to save the scrolls, the wooden scrolls of Confucius. He dived in, went up again, went up, he went up, and his master, where are you, Hui? The guys were, Hui, where are you, Hui? Come out of the ice, come out, Hui, come out of the ice, Hui, come out of the water. Hui came in, he looked, he threw the message of Confucius, onto the shore, and the master saying, come, come, he looking at the master, he ignores the master's voice, he goes down again, he ignores the master saying, come. But this man, disciple, ignores the master and goes down again. He goes down, 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 and to save more of the scrolls, okay? And he comes up again. He comes up again and he throws more of the scrolls. Confucius says, no, come back, come, 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 come. They throw string at him. He looks at the master one time. He goes down again. He goes down again. He goes down again. Dear devotees, he dies. He dies because he did not want the master's message to be lost. Because he realized that the master's message is what must endure. The form will go, but the message must remain. Because of devotee like him, the legacy of Confucius continues to this day. He gave his life not to protect the physical form of the master, but to protect the message of the master. And Confucius then, Confucius remembers the time of the young man, how he first met him, and then he's devoted. And he's holding his disciple now. And other disciples come and say, come, eat, eat. You're not eating anything for so long. The master is so grateful to his devotee for preserving his message. Cut that. Stop it. Stop it, man. Okay, we can stop it now. Brother, hello. You can stop it now. I know you like the movie, brother, but we'll move on. Lights, please. So what is the message? What is the moving message here, Swami? The message of the master. His mission and vision must endure. That is the most important thing. I've talked about this movie so many times, But every time I see this thing, I cannot help but feel, my God. Swami, the devotee realized that the message of the Master is his legacy. It's the devotees who must preserve and manifest the legacy and preserve it for posterity. And today, our Master, the avatar, no confusion with the teacher, He is the avatar of the Kali Yuga. Can you imagine what should be our role? Sit down and sing songs every week, clap hands once in a while, go here, there, everywhere. What is the world legacy? What should the world thank the avatar for in years to come? How did the message of the man of God men spread? Who upheld and promoted the legacy? We saw now take Jesus Christ. A quick one. Devotees, the devotion of devotees. Do you know how the apostles died? Sacrifice for their Master. Quickly now, we just go through. Okay, you all can go on. Matt, go on. Suffered martyrdom in Ethiopia, killed by the so go on. Keep going. Mark died in Alexandria, dragged by horses to the streets. Like Luke, hanged in Greece, result of his tremendous preaching. Good. Go on. John faced martyrdom, boiled in the huge basin of boiling oil. He succeeded. He survived that. He was put in prison, and he started writing all these things. But he died as an old man. And the only apostle died peacefully. Go. Peter, crucified upside down on the cross. Why? Because he didn't want to crucify the other way, because unworthy died the same way as Jesus Christ, he said. James, the leader of the church in Jerusalem, was thrown over 100 feet down the southern pinnacle from the temple. He refused to deny his faith in Christ. When discovered he survived, they beat him to death, okay? Go. James the Great, son of Zebediah, fisherman, betrayed. Jesus called him lifetime ministry, strong leader, ultimately beheaded in Jerusalem. Watch this now. The Roman officer guarded James, amazed that James defended his faith in his trial. Later, the officer walked beside James to the palace of execution. Overcome by conviction, he declared his new faith to the judge and knelt beside James to accept the beheading as a Christian. Bartholomew, go. Martyred, okay, flayed to death by whip. Jude, killed with an arrow, refused to deny his faith. Matthias, apostle chosen to replace the traitor Iscariot, stoned to death. Andrew, crucified on X-shaped cross. Go on. I'm moving so fast because I'm given so much time, okay? Paul was tortured and beheaded, okay, by a Roman emperor. Go on. Dear friends, go back one. Dear friends, Swami doesn't want to die for him. Swami doesn't want us, he has died, he has gone already. The question is now, what are we going to do? What sacrifice? They sacrificed their life for their Master. Are we lesser? Not to sacrifice our life, to sacrifice our time. Once, since we're talking about, and I haven't talked about this, once many years ago when I was in Whitefield, I was building our altar, in the Sai Center in Malaysia, and I bought a beautiful Christ. There's a black cross with a Christ, silver Christ on it, okay? Right? And I wanted Baba to bless it. And Baba called me into the interview room, and I saw Swami bless this Christ, I said. Swami held the Christ in the hand virtually for the whole interview, And he said, you see, Jagadish, tell the world, when they see this Christ on the cross, it must remind them of the great sacrifice that Christ made for mankind. And it must motivate them to want to sacrifice some part of their life, some part of their time for their fellow man. If this reminder is not achieved, it is only a decoration. For Sai, it must surely be all of us and the hundreds and thousands, nay, millions of devotees around the world to preserve and manifest the legacy, not to die for him, but to live and fulfill our own lives. So what should be our enduring legacy to help fulfill the mission of the Sai Avatar? Is a question. I tell you, this question has been plaguing me for 3-4 years. Why? I asked my Swami, what are we doing in this world today? I'm asking in Malaysia too, What do we do? We are doing poor feeding, kitchen feeding, we go to old folks home, we go to leprosarium, we have medical camps, we have this and the other. We do the work that thousands of other NGOs are also doing. Good work. I'm not saying it's very good work. Thousands of other NGOs we are doing. How come these thousands of other NGOs are able to do all this without Avatar coming and telling them to do it? Are we the specially selected stupid people of the world that Avatar must come and tell us to do what thousands of NGOs are doing without Avatar telling them? Then I asked myself, Swami, what is your legacy? What can be? If all the others doing, are we doing the same thing? Why have you come? Then I thought to myself, Swami, if you have come, only for 3 reasons. Number one, governments are failing to do something. Religions are failing to do something. Money cannot buy. Dear devotees, if our governments can do, why should Avatar come? If religions can achieve it, why should Avatar come? If money can do it, why should Avatar come? So what is it now today in this world, in this critical time of human civilization, that the Avatar had to come to help in this incredible thing that all these forces are failing to do? Dear devotees, the message stares in our face, every center around the world, and yet we often remain blind. In fact, I'm happy to see this is actually one of the few centers I've seen now in America who actually has this thing in front of them. And that is the 2 world symbols give a hint of his legacy. Number 1, the Sarva Dharma symbol, and number 2, the values which you have here in front of you. I've rarely seen this in any other center here in America. Dear devotees, this is his legacy. Staring at us in our face, Now let's see what it is. Unity of faith. Not merely a symbol we decorate an altar with, or for which we sing songs and clap our hands, but as a living legacy of Avatar who forged the unity of faith in a world where religious conflict could trigger the next world war. No other time in human history, religion could trigger the next world war, Look at what's happening around here. America, in Middle East. In Middle East, the Jews and the Christians. Within Middle East itself, the Christian and the Muslims and the Muslims. Look at UK, the Protestants and Catholics. Look at Sri Lanka, the Hindus and the Sinhalese. Look at Fiji, the Christians and Hindus. Around the world, Can you imagine the world, the religions that God created that are supposed to unite mankind in love and caring and sharing, today becomes just about the only force that can trigger the next world war. That is why the Avatar has come. Hey, what's happening down there? And I better go and sort this out again. Dear devotees, can we achieve this? Can we, Sathya Sai movement, dear devotees, can we, instead of just singing, clapping hands, can we achieve unity of faiths? It's difficult. It's easy for us in medical camp, Malaysia also. We go medical, easy to medical camp. Get doctors, go there, don't come home, finish. That's what is over. Old folks home, medical home, all this we've done. And that continues till today. But it's easier to do. We go there and come back one day, half a day, a few hours, is over. But can we be like the Pandavas and the devotees of Christ and the Buddha who gave their lives, not need not die, but they fulfilled the mission day after day, year after year, How can we become like that? The answer, can we achieve the answer is resounding yes. It's only because when I go around the world, people tell me, Jega, this is the dream you're having, it's not possible. Not possible to unite all these people, You're dreaming about this. I'm going to show you now what has happened in Malaysia. In a virtually Muslim declared, we are a virtually declared Muslim nation, okay? It's about 60%, 70% Muslims in Malaysia, about 25-30% Chinese, and about 8% Indians and Hindus and Christians and Buddhists. The Sai Council took the initiative to form a friendship group for interreligious service. We said, listen, it is easy if we all of us, Sairam, happy, but do we have the heart? Do we have, you know what Baba says? Baba says, a time, Baba once said incredibly, this is seared in my mind, okay? Baba says, a time will come when people will not come to Prashanti Nilayam to feel Baba's love. When they meet my devotees, they must feel my love. My darshan must flow to you and through you to the world. That means we must be able to unite people, in love. Are we able to do that? Is it possible? Everyone said, Jega, you're dreaming. I said, okay, let's do it. So in Malaysia, I said, let's put testing, we did this. What we did was, September 11th was the critical period. September 11th, the whole world, we decided in Malaysia, no more clapping hands, singing songs, Allah, Buddha, Jesus. Let us make this happen. So what happened was in Malaysia, let me tell you, around the world, everyone after September began to have interfaith dialogue. All got together, Christians, all talking. But whenever we have dialogue, devotees, you know what happens? Dialogue, how can you have interfaith unity? When in the big hall will come, the Christians will come, they'll sit together as Christians. The Muslims will sit together, one Muslim. The Buddhists will sit here, Muslim. The Hindus, then the leaders will talk, then everybody goes home. But dear devotees, So what happened in Malaysia, all the religious leaders, the Christian, Buddhist, all got together to form an interfaith dialogue, interfaith meeting they had. About 300 or 400 people packed this hall, and all the religious leaders were there, except Muslims. In Malaysia, the Muslims do not take part in any interfaith activity as a group, because they are already majority, they don't need to. You see. So individuals may come. But this particular, all of them, they except Muslims. But they invited me, these religious invited me to speak, because the Sai movement in Malaysia is known as for interfaith. So they invited me to speak. I didn't know what I was going to say. I didn't have a PowerPoint that day. I just sat down there, Swami, what should I say? When I got up, this is what I said. I said, dear brothers and sisters, I said, reverends, holy men, monks, dear brothers and sisters, I think all of us are wasting our time here, I said. Everybody was stunned, what the guy, madman talking, I said, let me tell you this, why I'm saying this, I said. Because the fact that you're in this hall here today shows you already believe in interfaith. You entered this hall. But tomorrow, gentlemen, if there is an interfaith conflict in Malaysia, interfaith violence, none of you will take a knife after each other. None of us fat cats will take, none of the fat cats will take a knife after each other. The people who take the knife are those in the slum areas, the squatter areas, the poor areas. They will take the knife, It is they in these areas who must be convinced that interfaith is a living reality of unity and peace and love and caring. And if for some mental aberration we have, we refuse to pray in another man's hall of prayer because we think we want to lock the omnipotent God into our own hall, into our own hall, carry on, do that. Nothing to prevent Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists holding hands and serving the poor outside. Everybody applauded, but no one did anything. But that day, I had an idea what we should do. So we went round, I went round, I spoke to the Archbishop of the Catholic Church, I spoke to Muslim leaders, and all of them, they knew the work we have done in Malaysia. All of them agreed then to form this friendship group. And these are religious groups. Angkatan Break is an Islamic youth group, very, very violent, strong Islamic youth group. They came in and said, they said, the Sai movement, you all are doing such good work in Malaysia, we fully support you. For the first time in the history of Malaysia, Islamic youth group became part of an interfaith alliance. Then we had the Buddhist Mahavira, the Catholic Church, the Council of Churches in Malaysia, the Malay Hindu Sangam, Gurudwara Council, and we became the coordinators. Everyone accepted our leadership to coordinate this. Dear devotees, these are the leaders who formed the initial listing. Archbishop Bhagavan, Devananda, this is the Protestant leader, Sangat Singh, these are the guys who formed this first friendship group. What we did was we launched massive interfaith programs. We launched interfaith medical camps. See, Sathya Sai movement by itself, by ourselves, we have done 1,000 medical camps by ourselves. But now we began to do medical camps for two reasons: to serve the poor and to forge interfaith unity. And we had everybody, we joined together, we made sure that there are 5 Christian doctors, 5 Muslim doctors, 5 this, there will be equal number of people coming in from all groups to participate. And the badges we will have interesting, we had badges enough of them, the badges won't show their names, badges will show Christian, Catholic, Buddhist, so the people who are serving will know this is the true interfaith alliance. This is what we, then we moved this thing to Fiji, the devotees, a miracle. I went to Fiji once for an economic conference, and the Fiji devotees organized a symposium on the role of religion in nation building and building a caring society. I told the guys, listen, what you do, you invite all the religious leaders to talk about this same subject. Every Christian leader will speak on this, Muslim leader speaks on this, what have you. And I was the last speaker. And all I did was got up and I spoke about what happened in Malaysia. As a result of that particular conference, dear devotees, in the early 2002, okay, this is what I was invited to Fiji for, and we had this conference. Okay, go on. I told them about the friendship group, that's all. And what we've done in Malaysia, okay? And if I said in Malaysia, multiracial country, you can do it, surely you can do it in Fiji. The Prime Minister of Fiji was sitting in this audience, and I asked him, how many of you think it's worthwhile doing? Prime Minister and everyone put up their hand. Then we went ahead, and I left the country. Dear devotees, I left the country after that, after the conference. And to the end of July, I received this message. And here's the I'll read to you now the extracts of this. Dear Brother Jaga, fun day for underprivileged children. More than 300 children took part, and all of them volunteers from all different groups, religious and service, all took part in this event. Go. With Baba's grace, the representative from all major religious organizations joined hands. They had a fun day for handicapped children, okay? They brought all the handicapped children, and they had a big event. The chief guest was the Prime Minister. During this particular seminar we had, I asked the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister put up his hand supporting this event. "Sir, will you come to the event?" I said. He said, "Yes." He came with his wife, and then the miraculous thing happened. See a miracle of devotion, okay? On 2nd August, the Prime Minister in his address in Parliament on the National Organization singled the contribution made by Sathya Sai organization. And this is what he said. The exact quote from the Prime Minister in Parliament in Fiji. "But let me also take the opportunity, Mr. Speaker, sir, to pay tribute to all members of our Indo-Fijian community. Acknowledge the sterling contribution of religious, cultural, charitable bodies organized to end it." This is generally thanking everybody for this service they've done, okay? But then he continues. "But I want to make special mention today of the visionary, far-sighted and committed young people in the Sathya Sai Baba organization." Prime Minister of Fiji in Parliament, gone. They come, he virtually told them what Sai Legacy is all about. They come from different religious backgrounds, they voluntary service organized, open to people of all races and religions. What brings and binds these young people together is a common acceptance of calling to serve this country and all its people through voluntary service and welfare and charitable work. All these young people that organized the recent workshop on the role and contribution of our different religions to national recognition. This is one I took part in, and nation building. Then he said, it was the same Sathya Sai Baba. Can you know how many times he's mentioning Sathya Sai Baba in Parliament? Same Sathya Sai Baba service that organized a Saturday outing for God's special children. The disabled, handicapped, abandoned, orphaned children. My wife and I have been honored to be associated with this group. It is these young people who are pointing the right way for. Then he says, they lead by example. Their actions speak louder than all the utterances in this honorable house. Dear devotees, the Prime Minister of Fiji, a Christian Prime Minister in a Christian nation. In India, so many leaders are there who are Baba devotees, you know. Prime Minister, everyone, no one dares mention his name in Parliament. Here, you know why? By your work, you'll be known. They recognize the work of the Sai members. So then they said, they were so stunned, you know, that the Prime Minister would make such a thing. They said, go on. Okay, then they said, you started all this in Fiji, I want to thank you most sincerely. Okay, fine, go on. I did nothing, you know. I did nothing. All I did was to share with these people and experience what we've done in Malaysia, to show them it is possible. It is possible. Then I took this to America. America, in 2006, I was invited to Little Rock, Arkansas, where in the Great Hall of Clinton, they organized a symposium, Bridge to the Future, Role of Religion and Ethnicity in Building a Caring Community in the Nation. And it was launched by Major Jim Daly. There were panel discussions. There were two Christian, one Protestant leader, one Catholic leader, one Sheikh. And there were so many organizations, you know, who were sponsoring this. Devotees. Again, all I did was share the experience of this, of the Malaysian. And at the end of the session, I asked all 300 participants, guys, do you think such a thing is worth doing in Little Rock, Arkansas? Everyone put up their hands. Devotees, they formed a task force. They formed a task force to implement this agenda, of an interfaith agenda. In 2008, I was again invited for the launching of the first ever Harmony Health Clinic. Interfaith free health clinic to serve the poor. This was the session. Now this clinic is now in existence, and they are going out helping the poor. A lot of miracles happened when they launched this, okay? This is possible. Only we must dare to reach our hearts out to our peers. And it's easy to go to the, see, one day I tell people in Malaysia, easy for you to go and serve the hand that is receiving like this, you know? You feel I'm helping you. But do you have the heart to go and talk to people, or your people are equals? Or those higher, the bishops and the bob and the chiefs of all the religions, and get them all together in unity? Go, brother. Baba has said, my darshan must flow to you and through you to the world. This is our challenge. Must our darshan be limited to all our people and few homes we serve here and there? But can we expand our hearts to the world? He has said that we have the power to inspire and motivate, not by talk, but our actions. Now in Malaysia itself, now devotees, we are moving to a new level now for interfaith activity. In Malaysia recently, just December last year, the Department of National Unity of Malaysia, Muslim government, asked Sathya Sai Baba Central Council to organize the first ever inter-ethnic cultural youth leadership camp. The subject was leveraging cultural diversity for national unity by the friendship group. The event was held in December 2010. The government of Malaysia, can you imagine, approaching Sathya Sai organization and the friendship group we formed to form an interfaith youth camp. And the government funded the whole thing. 3 days, hotel stay, food, everything for the participants. Here's one example. Devotees, of an interfaith initiative we took, by an NGO. We are an NGO in Malaysia, like all of you. And here's something within Malaysia to show again what's possible. a massive program we call ABC, Action for the Betterment of Community. Baba has said one thing that steered my mind. He said, we have the power to transform. But have you ever tested it? Baba himself difficulty transforming some of the devotees, you know. But can we go and transform society, especially the negative people, the people who are not behaving well? Do you have the power to transform? Do you have the love to do that? We launched a massive program for ABC. What we did was, I approached the mayor of Kuala Lumpur, Action for the Betterment of Community, the mayor of Kuala Lumpur city. He was a Muslim gentleman. I said, show us the area that is the highest crime rate and give us 3 years to bring crime down, I said. Like a madman I spoken. The mayor said, are you sure you don't do it? I said, yeah. He said, why? I said, Baba says we have the power to transform. I want to test this, I said. So we formed the Interfaith Alliance. When it was called Sunpeng Flats, it's a high tenement, low cost area, poor area. You know what you call it tenement here? Tenements, okay, same thing. Listed by the police as a black area. High crime, high juvenile delinquency, vandalism, drug addiction. This is the area we walked into. Devotees, I was co-chairman of this event together with a Muslim gentleman. In Malaysia, Muslims should not take part in any other non-Muslim organization. But this guy said, Jega, this work is fantastic. We will be happy to take part in this. I want to be co-chairman with you. So what happened? We had everybody's support. Every religious leader, everyone supported. We went to the high crime area and the mayor said, get the police to come with you. I said, listen, police can come, but not in uniform, I said. We want them to come mufti, be as a volunteer. We told the mayor of Kuala Lumpur, we tried to bring crime down in one of the high crime areas. Dear friends, the Sunpeng Flats has this 15,000 population here in the year. Muslims, Malays 7,000, Chinese 4,000, Indians to 3,000. A truly multiracial profile of Malaysia. And it was, these are the various, the newspapers went crazy, you know, they so excited by the project, they took many stories on this. Sunpeng Flat, this Pesta Muiba is a friendship carnival we had in the area, gone. We organized anti-drug campaigns, we organized medical camps in the area, we organized human value sports festivals, we organized human value song festivals, drama festivals, anti-drug festivals. In the end of these 3 years, the devotees, I told the mayor, we are going to pull out. Because the sacrifice of the devotees was fantastic. Every day we had people on the ground, you know. You know, transform people's consciousness, you can't go once a week and go back home. Every day we had people on the ground. Every day. And in a high crime area. The devotees, end of the day, I told the mayor, we are pulling out. The mayor said, let me send my people to your area and see what the results you've done. And dear devotees, the results was this. Vandalism was down by 80%, crime rate down by 50%. In one of the huge blocks of areas, drug problem reduced by 80%. Youth hanging out, doing nothing in a lepak, wiped out. In another part of the building, vandalism down by 80%, crime rate down by 90%. And drug problem reduced between here, we didn't do much on this one, this area, we also fell, but youth hanging out 50%. Dear devotees, go. So this is just an example, keep going. Example of what is possible, okay? If you all decide to get together to do something daring. And then, okay, go on, keep going. Time is short, so I'm going to go through this. Go on, keep going. Okay, two things, devotees. We can only succeed, you know, in any great mission if two things in our mind. The cause must be noble, our motive must be pure. If you want God on our side, the cause must be noble, the motive must be pure. If then no force, He becomes the wind beneath our wings, and no force can stop us. So now, the values, this was the interfaith symbol, how we brought interfaith unity. This is the value symbol, devotees. Let me quickly walk through with you, okay? I see now we are today around the world, every country, the river of civilization, every country is clogged up, you know. We have got logs and logs and logs all clogging up the river. And we have got so many problems, drug problem, anti-drug problems, we have drug abuse, liquor abuse, wife abuse, child abuse, violence, crime, husband abuse, you know, which is not so well publicized, you know. But all these kind of things are there, you know. So the civilization is clogged up. And what happens, all the water, and parents are crying. Parents are crying, governments don't know what to do. The youth are the problem between 15 to 35. These are the troublemakers. After that, they're too old to cause any trouble, you see. But how do we tackle all this? I realized, Swami, even we are trying to do all this, but how do we unlock this thing, let it flow in? Then I saw a movie where I saw this logs flowing in Canada, and all get locked up. And then there's one guy called the log jam expert. He looks around and sees a few twigs across. He removes this, the whole thing began to flow. Swami, I said, what is the log jam? what is civilizational log jam? If we remove this, then the log started flowing again. And then I was staring at this altar and my God, Swami, you are the role model for this, Swami. What is the civilizational log jam? If we can, with our love, our motivation and plan of action plan, motivate all youth to nation to make one divine vow, we'll overcome 60-70% of the power. What is the divine vow? It's a tough one, but it can be done. The vow is that every youth must make, I will never bring tears to my parents' eyes. Whatever I do, I'll only do it, it will make my parents happy and proud of me. If we can make action plans like this, so dear devotees, let me summarize what happened. A lot of things that explains this, but let me summarize this. In September last year, I was in Puttaparthi, and I had sent this document, I posted this document to Swami. And then I went and showed it to Mr. Chakravarti and Srinivas of Chennai. And he said, Jega, you better show it to Swami. They said. I was sitting on the veranda on September 22nd. Swami passed by. I put this on his lap. Dear devotees, click, click, brother. Click, click. Keep on clicking. Keep on clicking until you see this picture here. Keep on clicking. Go on, keep clicking. Keep clicking. Okay, hold it. Baba has given a challenge, to everyone. But no, everybody ignores all these great difficult things, easy things to do. Baba says, you have to love your parents wholeheartedly under all circumstances. Under all circumstances, you have to realize the truth that first and foremost, your mother is God, father is God. Our Sevadal and youth, our service wing and youth wing shall propagate such teachings and try to add degeneration in society. The result of degeneration because of this, the civilization logjam. Dear devotees, do we dare accept this challenge? Go on. Then this is the document. Dear devotee, can you imagine? I put this document in Swami's lap and I read this out to him. Swami, Sathya Sai Avatar, his legacy, the role of Sai devotees helping to fulfill mission, action, agenda at offering lotus feet. Now, this is a very, very lengthy document. I knew Swami would learn. So what I did was, I handwrote here the entire summary of this in one page. And this is what I wrote here in this page. Go on. And I read out to him, okay. What should be the world legacy in the years to come? Remember what I meant was, so go back. What I meant was after 2020. Little did I realize after September, few months later, the world legacy, his legacy must be there for the world, okay. So my humble offering, Swami, what did I say? Number one, interfaith unity. That Baba, through his devotees, united the world. Number two, made mother and father center of life for all, create hope. I told Swami, no more Father's Day, Mother's Day, Swami. What happened Father's Day? The son and daughter buys a card with a poem written by someone else and put, dear father, I love you, and gives the card to the mother and gives them flower. Mother's Day, another card, same card is bought, another poem written by someone else, they give. Swami, what we must have is hope agenda. Honor our parents every day. And have a program called Dharmic sons and daughters, noble sons and noble daughters. I want, dear devotees, we have now programs, and it goes on here, details here, we have programs to honor best swimmer, best actor, best drama, best this, best. What we need now is noble sons and noble daughters, people who sacrifice for their parents. After they become independent, after they're earning money, are they prepared to sacrifice and care for their parents? Do you know in Singapore, I'm summarizing all this, everything is here in this document. And then I told him, Swami, your blessing for me to launch this world event, your son Jegathesan. Then I showed him these pictures that later I'll show it to you. I showed him these pictures here to make the point about his mission. Okay. Later you saw this. Here we are. I said, Swami, look at this, Swami. Swami, what do you have here, Swami? I said, all these events in Puttaparthi, Christmas event, Buddha Purnima, even big. Go back. So many events we're doing in Puttaparthi, Swami. But what are we doing in our home countries? We're all putting drama in front of Swami, but are we doing in our home countries all this? What is Simon doing in all our home countries? Go. Swami, your mother, you're the ideal son, so you're the role model. Your mother wanted a small clinic, a clinic, you build super specialty hospitals. Go. You exceeded parent expectations. Swami, your mother wanted a small school, you build universities. You exceeded parents' expectation. Swami, your mother wanted, go. Your mother wanted a small well in Puttaparthi. You gave thousands of miles of water for the. Swami, you exceeded parents' expectation. Swami, I said, should this be? Can the Sathya Sai organization, Swami, do this to fulfill his mission? I went on and on like that for 5 minutes in front of him, and then gone. And I said, Swami, look, here we are. Revitalizing tradition and culture, All this we have, this Chinese New Year we're having in Puttaparthi. Big program in Puttaparthi. Go on. Big Christmas program in Puttaparthi. Go on. Big Indian program in Puttaparthi. Big Muslim program in Puttaparthi. What are we doing in our home countries? All the dramas we do in front of Swami, are we doing in our home countries? This thing I told the Malaysian guys, Malaysia guys, don't make a show. Do and then show Swami the result of our actions. Dear devotees, now I just wonder whether, so in Malaysia we have got the government behind this program, the Hope Agenda. Here in this document here are the details of how the Hope Agenda can be launched. And I presented the program even to the Prime Minister, the President of Zambia. And he accepted this program to launch the Noble Son, Noble Daughter in Zambia. So dear devotees, this is a challenge now. Okay, go on. The key is, dear devotees, to have a program that will capture the imagination of everyone. That once it launched, others will take and run with it. That's the nature of revolution. The negative revolution is not, no one is leading the negative revolution. It just goes by itself. The positive revolution must be such ideals that is launched in society, in schools, in communities. They will take and run with it. This is the revolution. Go on. Okay, this on, huh? No more Father's Day, Mother's Day, you can be there, but on every day. And then the award. Let me just share this with you, okay? What made me launch this Dharmic Son, Dharmic Award, Noble Son, Noble Award? One girl in our Sathya Sai organization in Malaysia inspired me to do this. You know what she did? She went to London to do law, 3 years law. She comes back to Malaysia, she must do the bar exam. They call the bar exam, 1 year. Before she could start the bar exam, dear devotees, her mother contracted brain cancer. In Malaysia, we can hire Indonesian maids, Philippine maids at $250 a month. The family could have, wealthy family, they could have hired 2 or 3 maids, But this girl said, no. My mother looked after me when I was young, I will look after my mother. And no maids, she stayed at home, she threw her career away, she stayed at home for 3.5 years, tending to her mother. As her mother's deteriorated brain began to go and go, finally Maja was a vegetable, she used to wash her mother and clean her feces and everything, like a maid. But no, like a daughter would have done years ago, okay? She did that. And finally her mother passed away, 3.5 years. Then she sat for the bar exam and she is now a lawyer. I called her on stage and gave her the award for Dharmic Daughter, Noble Daughter. Mothers cried. I said, my dear, you have brought onto modern times a great ancient ideal. Dear devotees, then we launch this in Zambia also. Go. So dear devotees, these are some of the things now that the question, keep going, brother. The question is now whether we want to do all these things is up to what the President of Zambia, he accepted the idea for this, the Noble Son, Noble Daughter. And this is a shield. Then we present, I told him, so you want that we will present a shield to you. So we from Malaysia. Yeah. We present to him a shield called President Award for Noble Son, Noble Daughter for Malaysia, and we send it to him. Dear brothers and sisters, okay. So this is the end. So question is now, dear devotees, whether you all feel, keep clicking so that people can capture the images. Keep clicking whether to see whether is it worthwhile doing this. Of course, it's not easy, but is it worthwhile? That's the only question we must ask. Okay. So, dear everybody, as I end this session, go on. Okay, I brought you some little gifts. Okay, dear devotees. The moment after Swami went off, left his mortal coils, I was asked to speak at different centers. In one Chinese center, when I went, dear devotees, I saw this particular thing here, and I brought this copy for you. Go back, brother, one. Go back one. I was stunned to see, the devotees, on the back of the little card here, with Baba's picture on it. There was this message. I know who picked it and printed it. Okay, this could have been Baba's speech many years ago, but this could have been a speech he made just 1 hour before he's passing away. Look what it said. You are my own. I will protect you as the eyelid protects the eyes. I'll never leave you, and you can never leave me. Be happy. There's no need to worry about anything. Whatever is experienced, whatever happens, know that this avatar will build it so. From today, you will accept love as the very mission of your life. There's no greater mission than this. So this is, leave it here for all of you to take if you want it. And also, I've got a little card here that talks about Baba's final message to everyone. There's moksha and how to get moksha. We quoted this here. And you can just have it with you, okay? Dear brothers and sisters, I thank you for being... but finally, where is Prema Sai? Everyone want to Prema Sai? I'll tell you where Prema Sai. It's what Swami expects. Every one of us is Prema Sai. Don't look for another Prema Sai, okay? Let us become Prema Sai. Dear brothers and sisters, go. Finish. Go. And this is finally, all of you have seen this picture. Supposed to be Baba's final farewell. Go. Everyone thinks it's Baba's final farewell, okay? Dear devotees, from my point of view, it is not Baba's final farewell. Go. For me, this was not Sai's final farewell, but his prayer to his devotees. Please, don't let my mission down. Continue my mission. Fulfill my mission. His prayer to us. For me, when I saw that, I realized that was his asking for me. Dear devotees, Sai Ram, thank you very much.